Hello everyone. Today we'll solve question number 27. Lead code. We need to find the duplicate number. So we given an array 1 3 4 2 2. Since 2 getting repeated, we have to give output as 2. And in second test case, since 3 is getting repeated twice, so I'm gonna give output as 3. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find frequency of every element. If frequency is greater equal to 2, I'm just gonna take that element as output, right? So let's see how we can find frequency. So for finding frequency, we will take use of the frequency array. In frequency array, what we do, we store element as an index of the array. Storing element as an index of the array, right? So I will just give you an example. Let's suppose this is our array 7858887518, right? Element 7 getting repeated twice, element 8 getting repeated 4 times, element 5 getting repeated 2 times, and element 1 getting repeated 1 time. So as I said, I will store element as index. So element are 7, element are 8, element are 5, element are 1. Since 1 getting repeated 1 time, so I have just placed value 1. 8 getting repeated 4 times, so place value 4, 7, 2, 5, 2, right? Now I will check the value. If what I did, I just stored the element of the original subarray as an index of the new subarray. I will create a new subarray and will store that element as an index, right? And then since we need duplicate, so I will put a condition. If, let's suppose this array name is a, if a of I greater equal to 2, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push back that element. Since push back that index also, you can push back that index also. Since 2 is 7 getting repeated, 8 getting repeated, 5 getting repeated, so I'll place that, I will just push back that index. Since at that index I've stored the element. This is the way how we solve the question. Yeah. So since there are few steps that you have to remember, what we'll do, we will create a new subarray of size n plus 1. I will say why we took size n plus 1 later, right? Name it as x. We will run a loop from 1 to n, 0 to n, 0 to n, and we will store that element as an index. For storing element as index, we will use this. New is that new subarray, and this will use array. Let me take an example. What I'm going to do is I will use a for loop for I is 0, I is less than 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9 I plus plus. Let's say my new array that we have created is answer of O I plus plus. So yeah, let me try run it one time, right? Since when I will be 0, what I'm going to get is answer of 0 0 plus plus. What is that 0 index? 0 index element is 7. What I'm going to do is answer of 7 plus plus. So 7, the index 7 will get value 1, right? Now again I will run a loop. I will get 8, answer 8. At index 8, again I will increment a value 1. Again I will increment a value 1. Then again I will run a loop. I will get answer as 5. At index 5, again I will just put 1. Then 8 getting repeated. Since 8 getting repeated, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to increase the value. Earlier it was 1, it will come 2. Since 8 came again while iterating, again I will just increase the value as 3, right? 7 came again, so I will gonna increase 7 as 2, right? In this way we will increase the frequency, and this is the way how we can put the element as a index, right? You get my point? So for our question, we need duplicate. So what I'm going to do is I will place 1 as an index, 3 as an index, 4 as an index, 2 as an index. Since 2 getting repeated 2 times, so at index 2 I'm going to put 2 and then run a if condition. If ai is equal to 2, return that element, right? You get my point? So what I'm going to do first, I will create a new subarray. Let me int n is equal to nums dot size, right? Now I will create a new subarray of size n plus 1 vector int. Let's suppose my vector. Let's suppose my new array name is answer of size n plus 1, right? Of size n plus 1. Now we'll run a loop to place element as index in new array, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to run a loop for int I0, I less than n, and I plus plus. In this, what I'm going to do is answer of the original array name was nums I plus plus. In this way I can place that element as an index in our new array, right? Now let me see how we can do that. That n was 1 comma 3 comma 4 comma 2 comma 2, right? Now my new subarray answer, let's suppose a 1 is getting repeated one time, so we'll store 1. 2 is getting 2 time, I will place 2. 3 is getting repeated none time, so one time, so I'll place 1. 4 get repeated one time, we'll place 1. Index will start from 1. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check if ai equals to 2. Since index was 1 here, we'll start from index 1 2 3 4. Index 2 getting 2 value will return 2. That is our answer of this array. You get my point, right? Now what I'm going to do is we'll check if I will run a loop again for, since I have to check for every element, I'll run a loop for int I is equal to 1, I less than equal to n, I plus plus. If answer of I equals to 2, in that case return the index, return I. If this doesn't happen, what I'm going to do is return n plus 1, right? If somehow wait, I will tell you why I did n plus 1. Wait, let me just run it. Vector, everything good? Yeah, so we submitted our code. I will try run one. Oh shit, what happened? Expected to 2 comma 2, output is shit. Shit, yeah. Greater equal to, I will return I, right? We are good to go. We'll try run one more time. So yeah, so this is your code. Let's suppose I took 1 comma 1 comma 2 comma 2 comma 3 comma 3 comma 4 comma 4 comma 5 comma 5 comma 5, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Size is 11, right? Now I'm gonna place this element as an index in our new subarray. So let's suppose 1 2 3 4 and 5, right? Now I'll use answer. Since we'll start from I is equal to 0, so num0 is 1. At place of 1 I'm going to place 1. Then I will again run loop 1. Again answer of nums1, that is again 1 plus plus means 1 got 1 the value at 1 got an increment. Now it's 2, 2, as we know 1 has a frequency 2, so 2 came here. Now I will run a loop I is equal to 2. Now answer of nums2 0 1 2, nums2 is 2, so at index 2 I am gonna place 1. Again I will run a loop, again I get 2, right? Now I will run a loop, got 3, at 3 I will place 1. Now again I will run a loop, at again I3 got 1, the increment value is 2. Now at again I'll run a loop, at index 4 I got 1, then in at again I will run a loop I will get 2, then at 5 I will get 3, right? So in this way you can just calculate the frequency. You must remember this way how we'll store element as an index, and you may use this method in some another question, right? So yeah, thank you.